The Black Sox scandal of 1919 started out with a few gamblers trying to get rich. It ended up developing into one of the biggest and darkest events in baseball history. It was a controversy that not only changed the game of baseball, but brought about a lack of faith in America as it watched the game it loves crash and burn over the doorstep of the Great Depression. To begin, baseball is a sport that was more or less developed rather than created. When people from England moved to the United States, they played a game called cricket. As the popularity grew in America, legends like Abner Doubleday, amongst others, invented new rules for the game. It was developed and molded onto its own game in the early 1800s, which they called baseball. The first official pro baseball team was called the Cincinnati Red Stockings. Today it is shortened to the Cincinnati Reds. As popularity for baseball grew, they finally reached a point where the pro franchises could charge a fee for fans to get into a stadium to watch a game. Slowly, yet steadily, baseball became a business. Gamblers and executives found out they could make a little profit on the side by placing bets on the baseball games. Any edge they could get meant big money for the winner. Any news of an injury or possible suspension could be kept secret to be used at the gambler's advantage. Now this went on for a long time until the first public incident to expose this behind-the-scenes goldmine, which was the fixing of the 1919 World Series. The Chicago White Sox were the premier powerhouse team in professional baseball in 1919. They had superstars all over the field and dominated opponents all year long. They came into the World Series with a 5-to-1 odds of winning against a much younger and less talented Cincinnati Reds team. Tensions were rising in the White Sox clubhouse, however. Mutual disgust between the players about the owner Charles Comiskey was coming to its climax. The team had earned the name the Black Sox because their uniforms never got washed because Comiskey felt like it was costing them too much money. He also cut the salaries of his best players after they had won the World Series championship and had all earned a raise. This is where the troubles began. Since the players were underpaid and on their last string with the owner, they decided to act on their own accord. Two underground gamblers named William Sleepy Bill Burns and Bill Marg approached Ed Cicotte, the White Sox star pitcher. They explained to Ed that he could make a whole lot of money betting against the odds of the World Series if the White Sox were to lose. Cicotte was very fond of the idea of picking up some extra cash for his wallet and decided that he needed to get the other members of his team in on the deal if it was to work. After speaking to the 6 other players, including first baseman Arnold Chick Randall, pitcher Lefty Williams, center fielder Happy Flesh, shortstop Swede Risberg, third baseman Buck Weaver, utility man Fred McMillan, and the future Hall of Famer Shoeless Joe Jackson. Cicotte and the other players agreed to throw the 1919 World Series for a $100,000 cut to split between the 7. As he towed the rubber for the first game of the series, Cicotte pegged the Reds' leadoff batter Maury Roth. A pitch that fans thought was a mistake based on nerves was really the sign for the gamblers that the deal was on. The White Sox had control of their destiny during that whole series. They finally lost the series in the last game, Game 9, and had won and lost to cover up the possibility of it making it look obvious that they were losing on purpose. After it was all over, they never saw more than $10,000 from Burns or Marg. The two gamblers had made so much that they took all of it for themselves and gave the other gamblers who chipped in their share and fled to different states. Shoeless Joe Jackson was the one to come out and admit to fixing the series to the media. It then began an investigation that would ban all 7 players involved in professional baseball for life, the arrest of William Burns and Billy Marg. The fixing of the 1919 World Series is an ongoing debate that has lasted until this very day. You go ask anyone who knows even a little bit about baseball, and they will know something about the 1919 World Series. It is a tragedy that even science had trouble curing, and has left a scar on the game of baseball forever. It was an unfortunate landslide of events that led 7 men to jeopardize the game they love for personal benefit, and to the demise of all that were present in America in 1919.